Pride of Azura, and well, we're about to go and talk to her a little bit through the statue. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember how this goes. I know who Azura is. I know what the prize is going to be. I've got all sorts of feelings about it, but we are gonna just talk to the folks here. This Argonian and this Dark Elf are both locked in the same pattern, or were for a moment. They were identical animation locked, but here we go.
A holy place.
Let's
What
talk.
is your business here? These are dark times, and people's minds are poisoned by rumors and superstition. Unless you can persuade me of your good intentions, I cannot speak further on this matter. Go ahead.
Alright, so we gotta play the game.
Goodness. What can I... Is that
Admire
so?
good,
What a
chorus
great
bad,
story.
boast good,
Get
joke
away
terrible.
from me. Get away from me. No, you're I wish I could say that. You're revolting. Really now. You're such a charmer. You're wasting. What a great story. Is that so? Well done. Please, I'm embarrassed. Goodness, that's just... What a great story.
Alright, maybe
This
60
is
will
the
be good
shrine
enough.
of
Yeah,
Azura,
there we go.
Queen of the dawn and the dusk. What is your business?
Sometimes you just
here,
gotta
traveler?
bash against the wheel.
If you wish to speak to the lady, visit her shrine at dawn or dusk. Leave her an
Naturally.
offering of glow dust, and perhaps she will deign to speak with you. We watch and wait.
Alright, glow dust. Do I have any? No. Were there will-o'-wisps around? I think so. Was there also a brown bear that killed me in the past? Equally, yes. Ah, come on, that should have hit. Alright, I'm a bad shot. I wish to provoke this will-o'-the-wisp. Alright. We're just gonna get right up on it. Like, you can fight them, right? Oh god, it's got 1,000,000 HP, and my attack has no effect. Well, maybe the Dremora can handle them. Yeah, there we go. The Dremora weapon works because it's like he's a wizard, you know. My attacks won't. Alright, so unfortunately now there's a bear. So we just need to get a little bit of distance here. 'Cause I think the will-o'-the-wisp... Oh, no, not another will-o'-the-wisp. We'll come over here, and now... Hopefully he won't get killed by these will-o'-the-wisps. But alright, so now we're gonna get the assistance of the members of the Shrine of Azura. And now it's over. Alright, he's been knocked out, but not killed. And now we have to fight 2 will-o'-the-wisps. Okay, and it just like immediately popped our guy. Oh, we're so dead. Azura's gonna be real mad about this. Like, what's even happening here? Are they just like... I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna try to get through this. Oh yeah, that's right, I have a staff. I remember. That's exactly what something like this is for. When you have to fight, and you don't know how. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, they have 1,000,000 hit points. Oh, they have 1,000,000 hit points. Okay, well, this isn't gonna work. I don't think we can kill them. We're gonna have to find glow dust some other way. They regenerate hit points. I literally don't think I can kill them. I mean, I'll try. I don't think it's possible for my character to do it, though. Like, I don't think we can win this fight. Even with, like, being very clever, even with, you know, even with an infinite amount of potions. No, I could have a staff good enough to do it. But, like, with what I have on me, I don't think. Because he's getting distracted, and they're already... Yeah, they're full HP again. So they, I think, absorb health, maybe? From our foes, but yeah, you know, that dude pulling the second one made it sort of impossible. Alright, well. We're gonna keep on trying here. Alright, and the Dremora invariably goes to a dumb one and never, yeah, so they're both, this fight's not possible. Well, do I have glow dust and I just forgot? I don't. Well, well, we don't need to die about it. We'll just run away. And yeah, we'll visit various alchemists and see if they have any glow dust, and if they don't, then we'll go back someday over the rainbow when we can fight Will-o'-the-Wisp and win. If that ever happens, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to kill one. No, I just need considerably better magic. They were crazy strong, though. And my summons are too stupid to do the damage it needs to do. Lord Rugdump's estate. Well. Oh, the Will-o'-the-Wisp is still following me. That's alright. I'll keep running. That's okay. We'll just run down to Cheydinhal, and if it wants to follow me the whole way, then I'll probably have it accidentally kill every guard in town. You know, seems fine. It's incredibly angry, though. Alright, now that it's far enough away from the others, can we win a fight? I don't think so, right? Yeah, so, like, it's not even taking any damage because it's regenerating some. And yeah, the Dremora's already dead. Yeah, and the Will-o'-the-Wisp still has like 90% HP. So, not a possible fight. We're just going to have to evade it. I feel like if I bring this Will-o'-the-Wisp to town, it'll kill everybody. I might have found a weapon of mass destruction here. Very scary stuff. So I'm pretty sure it does magic damage, which is the only reason I'm still alive, due to my superior Bretonnian blood. And my Lordstone birth sign, I am very magic resistant. But it, you know, this is real sketchy. Might have to reload. I don't, or just die. Yeah, it feels bad. No, see, there we go. Now he's finally up. No, and then it heals up almost all the way. But it's just like, if we can get it to be aggressive, come on now. Nope. See, it's back to full HP. Anyway, very, very disappointing. The Immortal Will-o'-the-Wisp is really, really messing with my plans here. But oh well, we'll just have to leave it. I think we need to actually sprint, because if we don't get distance between us and it, then we actually will kill the whole town. And that's bad. I don't want to do that. got bad news about the will-o'-the-wisp. It's still following me. Oh no, that's not a gate. That's a sewer. I'm looking at this as like Azura just destroying the whole town. If that's what happens. Nope, it's just waiting for me. Got it. Maybe now I've provoked it to come inside. I'm a monster. Nope, it looks like it won't come inside. Well, that's at least a refreshing thing.
What is it now?
They say that the priests and priestesses of the chapel of the
Alright, so we need glow dust for this. Alternately, while we're running around, if we see any other daedric shrines, we can do them. Alternately, we can find it in some ruin by accident. Alternately, learn to kill a will-o'-the-wisp. That one is probably not going to happen. They seem too hard to kill. Have a coin, Lucina.
Oh, blessings of Akatosh upon you.
Oh, I don't know about all that. Maybe Arkay's blessings will remove all of that.
Praise Arkay and all her little woodland creatures. I'm Hill the Tall, priest of Arkay.
I like
I'm
his
also a trainer in the arts
vest.
of alteration. I love magic too. I love everything and everyone. You too.
What a nice guy.
All right. Good that you want by.
Our afflictions are banished. Yep. And then we got our Kenrith blessing, which I'll check just because I don't remember what it is. 5 points of agility for 6 minutes, yeah. You know, it's not... The blessings of the gods aren't too much. They're not too much. But I remembered we had hit a way shrine out in the wilderness. Minor stat buffs are still nice, even though I don't I don't care about agility at all. But so glow dust. I'm perfectly willing to buy some. We are not a member of the Mages Guild, but we do, when necessary, you know, liaison with them and speak to them about things. I don't think they would be one in the Borba's goods and stores, but we'll stop in here anyway. Hello, Borba. Oh, she's the... Oh, she's being nice.
What can
Weird.
I interest you in? That's a fair deal.
We're gonna give her
That's more
these
than I'd
evil
usually
books. We're gonna
pay.
carry one
That's
full
more than
set
I'd usually pay.
in case we want to, like, you know, give it to someone that matters, but... I totally love the gray robe
That's a
and gray
fair
hood. They're
deal.
very cool, but I love my carry weight more. Status sickness
You
is
got a
boring.
great deal there.
And we're gonna buy just a few repair hammers, maybe all the repair hammers.
You too.
So no matter what the glow dust costs, it wouldn't be that expensive, right? So we'll still have plenty of money, but we do need to prepare for needing money, because in not too long we'll be at 75 conjuration, and we'll be able to say goodbye to these spells that we're using right now and get a wonderful, wonderful set of spells instead. Big old dinosaur boy. His technical name. Alright, so You should just try to find the Mages Guild, which, if memory serves, is this
I don't
way.
have time for you.
Yeah.
Hi there.
I'm Islandwy. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Alright, so she does not have a glow dust, which is disappointing.
Bye.
Go ahead. Goodbye.
Alright, well, we need to go to the, I think it's the Market District. We're gonna go, yeah, for the Mystic Emporium. For Crosscry Spire. Something about candles for, like, spellcrafting and enchanting altars. So we're just gonna see about that. And along the way, you know, if we see a Daedric Shrine, we'll work with that. We're gonna go ahead. We'll call it the quest for glow dust, because that is probably going to be what characterizes the next long while, rather than any other aspect of the game. But we'll go to the Imperial City. After all, that's the place with the most shops, so it stands to reason that we may be able to find what we seek there. Also, we know Frostcrag Spire has some real cool stuff, and that'll potentially
Who's there?
help us find some of that. Well, I'm here. Who are you?
Well, look.
Oh, there are two of them.
Die! I'll hack you to pieces.
My trophies anything. Shut up, weakling.
They have so much hit points. Alright, let's get the skeleton out. They've got twice as much, you know, duration. The skeleton really needs to get with the program here. There we go. Yeah, with the steel chair. The Legion! We're saved!
You dare oppose the might of the Imperial Legion?
What a champion. That's what it's all about right there, you know. The sound of battle drew the brave legionary to me. And just in time. No, we were fine. It was all under control, right? There's Frostcrag Spire up there. Here is Barren Cave. Shall we go in? Yeah, you know what? Let's go into Barren Cave. Maybe we'll get glow dust here. And we might as well do a little bit of fighting that's not me fighting against a will-o'-the-wisp for 5 minutes without killing it. Might as well do something that makes me feel a little better about my character. Alright, so what's going on here in the Barren Cave? What can we discern?
Hello? Who's there?
Looks like a bandit. I'm going to shoot them.
Who's there?
It is I!
Do your worst.
My bow is absolutely terrible. Oh, it's a vampire monk. She has gloves.
Come here!
Nice. You can run, but you can't hide, sorcerer. Glorious. See, that's what it's all about. Also, checking the coffins. Now, although we do not strip the bodies of our slain foes out of respect, typically, unless it's something nice, stuff that's inside of coffins is totally fair game, especially when, you know, they're vampire associated. Yeah, they've definitely got their little aesthetic going on, don't they? 6 coffins around a calm campfire. We'll wait a bit to save and then carry on. It's like, not that way, yes, this way. Oh, it was a spider web. I was getting scared. There's like a shambling zombie there. There's a... Alright, there we go. It's like I saw somebody. Yeah, I think the Dremora is just not very practical. The Skelly seems to do more damage and live just as long, if not longer, in the combat, and twice the duration, cheaper. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. Ooh, storm bow. Yeah, we'll certainly take that. Now our bow will finally do a little bit of damage. I just got here, bro. Oh, he's wearing some, Yeah, got him. Ah, come on, terrible. Terrible. You know, he fought bravely for a vampire. And now we can repair enchanted stuff myself, which is excellent because, well, we've got enchanted things now. That was one patriarch. There's probably not two. There could be another one, though. That chest was pretty mediocre, so sometimes there'll be, like, two, what I call master characters of a place, you know, two boss ones. Hey, Natasha. Necromancer character? Yeah, absolutely, yep. A summoner... I have a sword and stuff, but, like, the sword does no damage. We're playing on an expert, so it's, I don't do very much damage at all when I hit them, but my summons are strong. And, like, also, like, other magic, but... Oh, the matriarch. Alright, so here's the lady in charge of it all. We've already killed the guy. But, yeah, we were doing the main quest line, and then we need a specific item.
Come to me soon.
And would I tell you that I could not kill the thing that I think drops the item? I mean, I couldn't. It regenerated health too fast for me to be able to stick any damage on it. So we elected to adventure around the world, trying to find it in shops or random places. And then I just thought, hey, I'd come in here. It was on the way. A locked coffin? Well, that's scary stuff. Normally, you don't need to put a lock on a coffin. It won't let me lay down in the coffin and level up, which is, you know, not very nice of it. Also, I have porphyric hemophilia, don't I? Yeah, so I'll become a vampire before too long if I don't deal with that. I do not want that. Being a vampire is not what I want for this character. It's annoying. You get, like, hurt in the sunlight and stuff, like... It's not fun being a vampire. It's not all that it's cracked up to be on television. But, unlike in, like, how in Skyrim, the Necromancer was, like... put in by the mod and you had to get bones and level the skeletons or whatever. Here it's just straight conjuring, so I also have access to like this guy, the Dremora, who's like a daedric demon sort of guy, very heavy metal looking and kind of strong, but the spell is only half the duration of the skeleton, so I end up using the skeleton almost exclusively now that I've got both of them. But that's until we get to 75, where we get a sweet little bipedal dinosaur type of thing to round out everything until slightly longer. But with conjuration's how to play on higher difficulties, because your summons scale with the difficulty, right? So, because they're interpreted. Oh yeah, mithril gauntlets. I knew. Not looting the bodies of my enemies would eventually give me something fancy to wear. Oh, yeah. I'm conquering my hatred of carry weight by just not looting the bodies of my slain foes, you know, for superstitious reasons. Or, you know, spiritual or moral ones, but also to keep me from getting rich too quickly. And to keep me from getting annoyed. Okay, so... we're in for some trouble. Okay, this is never mind, this is a normal zombie. That's like a two-punch zombie. Oh, a ghost. Oh, that's a summoned ghost. We are all summoning many things here now. That's what's going on. This vampire sorcerer. So we're like hitting it with the sword, and you see how it's like not even moving his health bar. We didn't turn it up all the way. This is just one difficulty notch from what we were playing on the other character, but of course I had way better like gear and stuff. But our skeleton is distracted by their summon, which is bad. You can't really direct your summon to do what you need them to do, which is ignore the opponent. For all I know, that ghost is, you know, immune to my summon anyway. There we go. At last. Ooh, a dark shirt. He's not wearing it, which means we can take it. It weighs nothing. But what does it look like? Oh my goodness, it's so fetching. Look at that. That's a great dark shirt right there. I almost want to stop wearing armor. Almost. You know, we're going to hold on to that dark shirt. That's a good shirt. That was a good find. You know, those dark shirts don't grow on trees. Alright, is that everything? Yeah. This is a nice little place. You know, it gives a circle so you can go, you know, either way. You got 2 boss type characters. You got like very interesting imagery as you enter with the coffins arrayed. It's very Warhammer Fantasy or 40k. There the chaos is an 8-pointed star rather than the 6 coffins, and of course vampires are not chaos aligned. I say of course. It's not obvious that vampires shouldn't be chaos aligned, but they're not. We'll talk more about Warhammer a different day. I need to play a Warhammer game on stream again. Space Marine was so much fun, but I've got a couple other ones in the catalog that I could play. I could play Total War on stream again. I'm so bad at Total War, it's embarrassing. And I don't know if I have anything interesting to say about it. I'll be like, watch as I daydream while my, you know, cavalry gets picked apart by my opponent's spears. Truly brilliance, you know, that kind of stuff. I want to do commentary for other people's Total War games, but that's always been my dream, right? Although I have never done real-time strategy commentary one time, that's like my favorite thing on YouTube. And you know, if I ever did what I wanted to do, like back in years before I even made a channel, like I wanted to make one and do StarCraft commentary. I just, you know, I didn't. Because people still play StarCraft. Not StarCraft 2, which they might still play, but I never cared about particularly, but the first one. And dozens of people watch the videos every day. No, excellence in video games is interesting because, like, it's different than being the fastest person in the world, but like if you were the best StarCraft player in the world, what do you know, like how do you brag to your kids appropriately when they're like, my dad can beat your dad in StarCraft? You're like, no, my dad is Flash. My dad can beat your dad in StarCraft. I guess in Korea you wouldn't have to explain it so much, you know, like everybody would already know who your dad was. It's a whole different thing. Got a nice little burned out house. We're just going to take a second and look at the fireflies. How nice. I don't think you can pull them out of the air like you can with the torch bugs in Oblivion. And that's good, you know. It's nice to not pull the wings off of butterflies. You know, it's... I never loved that about Skyrim, where, you know, you're like, oh, look, a dragonfly. Let's snatch it out of the air and pull its wings off like a monster. But, you know, the game rewarded you mechanically for doing it. And what then are you to do? What then? Alright, so there's only... I'm like, can you even get into the city the other way? I mean, yeah, you can jump over here, right? I don't know if I'm jumpy enough, but I think we are. So you come to the city from the wrong angle, and then you're like, wait, that's right, there's a wall. There's a wall around the city. Alright, before I forget, do I have a cure disease potion? There we go. You always want a cure disease potion on you, because vampires are real. They are not stories. You can find them in caves and forts. You can find them in ruins and occasionally by the roadside. You can find them in and around coffins. And if you don't want to turn into one yourself, you're going to want a handy-dandy potion of cure disease. Never leave home without it. Unless you're me right now and you've just drank your last one, in which case you technically are without it. But I didn't leave home without it. I had one when I left Frostcrag Spire. Man, say that one time fast, self, if you dare. See, like, even a wolf, it would take me, like, 20 sword swings or so to kill a wolf, but I haven't, like, you know, my sword, it's a primary skill, but we haven't been using it for damage because it's not good. So it's all summons all the way, baby. But it would take me a long time to kill a wolf, and then the summon comes in, you know, with the steel axe and absolutely crunches it. Just one hit to do what it would take me 10 or 15 to do. And that's the beauty of necromancy, you know. That's what it's all about right there.
Speak.
I love when the guards say speak. I always want to be like enough of a jerk to answer the phone that way, like to be like such an important fellow that you like pick up your desk phone and you go speak, you know, like very, very awesome, like a boss moves. But what I do when my phone rings usually is pick it up very quickly, and if I don't in a third of a second recognize the voice of the person on the line, I just hang up immediately. That's true. They'll be like, "Is this?" and I'm already gone. You know, you can't catch me. I'm too quick for you. Anyone who doesn't know who I am by talking to me doesn't want to talk to me. They just have been told that they want to talk to me, and that's not the same. We need to find a bed for the night. I don't know if there are any inns here. We might have to go to the old... Yeah, because in the Elven Gardens, I'm sure there's an inn. And then we'll crash for a few hours, or 1 hour, because I forget all the time whenever I'm supposed to sleep for a couple of hours. And then get right back to it. Here we go. Luther Broad's boarding house. This is where we accidentally ran into Boris. Ah, Boris, you were a good guy, Boris. Sorry that we couldn't save you. Winston, I hope you're going to do something about all these pumpkins.
What do you want?
A room for the night? You're so rude. You're so rude, sir.
What?
Sleeping an appropriate amount of hours, like a responsible adventurer. Hitting level 12. We maxed intellect last level, so now willpower, endurance, and speed. And then, and only then, will we finally start leveling up the strength, which theoretically is a cornerstone of the character, but not in any relevant way. You know, the ability to swing a sword is not really what this thing's all about. Although eventually we'll probably get an enchanted sword that will do marvelous amounts of damage. I also thought when I made the character that it would be doing slightly more damage with the sword without over focus, but that is not the case. So we're headed to Mystic Emporium to see about...
You look tired, my friend. I hope you're holding up all right.
Got called in on a murder.
Being able to level up this cool wizard's tower that is like player housing from an expansion that we found by the side of the road. So sort of like how there was the Pirate
Greetings.
Cove, there's also
I
this
heard that
other
welcome
place.
to the Mystic Emporium. Galendil is here, with all your needs under one roof. Look. Have a
I guess it
look at
must
my
be the other
wares.
person.
I'm
Alright,
sure
so he
there's something
sells
to suit you.
some things. Do we want protect? I mean, it's not a very strong protect, is it? But yeah, we actually do want weakness to fire. And yeah, we want this too. Man, yeah, gotta have it.
I'm not.
There's
Take
plenty
care.
of ghosts that are frost resist, and our primary destruction spell at the moment was, you know, just that sort of weak fire cast. So we're gonna, you know, it's nice to have ranged spells, but it's nicer for them to do damage at all. So we're just gonna
I
do
offer
that.
the finest goods
And
and lowest
he
prices in all Cyrodiil.
Doesn't have alchemy junk.
Farewell.
Is this the lady to
Go
talk
ahead,
to?
please.
Aralinwe, yes.
I heard. Bye.
Okay, so I can purchase everything I need from her.
May I interest you in some of my
Oh,
fine
okay,
wares?
here we go. She just has them as little notes, and that will allow me to level those things up. She does have alchemy stuff. Mage Tallow Candles box. Okay, so it costs 3,000 gold, and then I can get the candles for the spellcrafting altar and stuff. But yeah, I am a necromancer, so we're not joining the Mages Guild because necromancy is forbidden. You can be one. They'll let you cast a skeleton right in the middle of the place, and they sell you the skills for it. But for roleplay purposes, we're going to act as though that's not so. So we need something called glow dust, and it's not for sale here, which is, sad, but we'll get over it. So we know we need a bunch of money for the things that we'll need,
Be seeing
and
you.
we can come back and get that some other time. Also, this is another time to remember that although many spells are available at the Mages Guild, you can buy them other places. As a summoner, I just have to go to the guild to buy the spells anyway. They don't have tons of the things that you would need.
You've come to do.
Oh, this place just has elegant clothes.
Selection.
She actually has underestimated. She doesn't even have a dark shirt here. What kind of elegance is
Goodbye.
this? What kind of store only sells cheap stuff? Alright. The Gilded Carafe. That's an alchemy sounding thing. Well, carafe is like a drinking glass, not glass, but you pour out of it
I have
so here we
everything
go.
for the budding
It
alchemist
is an
under
alchemy
one
shop.
roof. Far more than Thorinir. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Alright, does she have it? Yeah, there we go. Boom, baby. There's the glow dust that we need. I don't want to buy a potion of cure disease. I would rather just find one. Alright. Now that we've actually got the glow dust, we can change the title of the stream again. I honestly did not know how long we were going to search for the glow dust, so I didn't want to give people the impression that we were going to be at the Azura Shrine, but that is where we're going right now. Laboriously. So the thing about the Azura Shrine is, one thing, you have to sacrifice the artifact in order to proceed with the main quest line. And look, I personally know what this artifact is, and my character doesn't yet, but she's not gonna get rid of it. We're gonna have to get a different daedric artifact to get rid of it. Just between you and me, that's what's gonna happen. We're not going to be throwing away our for wonderful riches like all that. The Star of Azura is much too wonderful to be thrown away. Good old dragon statue. Elite.
Speak.
But yeah, we're not fast traveling at all, unless for like special circumstances. Like if I get annoyed, or if it crashes, or I die in a way that I determine is too dumb for me to care about, and not narratively satisfying. But not to, like, you know, not for a point A to point B thing. At the player housing spire, there it is. You can see it from forever far away. It's quite striking. But it has portals that teleport you to the Mages Guild in the cities. Which, theoretically, we might engage in. Theoretically. But I find that it's quite nice to just take a little time and travel around. Then you say that you think my mustache is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've worked very hard to grow it. I did it myself. You know, a lot of people believed in me along the way. I couldn't have done it without them. I've lost it before, but it's, you know, it's here now, and that's what matters. We don't have to worry about the past. 64 resto. So, what is our destruction at? 50 some odd. We're going at a great clip with our skills. Yeah, 45. Well, you know, it could be better. But now that we have, you know, max intellect, we're gonna have max willpower soon enough. Yeah, so this Timberwolf would absolutely beat us in a fair fight. It would even beat us in an unfair fight. The skeleton will kill it in like 4 hits, but there we go. So it's not a base skeleton. The base skeleton is not that strong. You say, for real, you want a mustache too? Well, you know, hopefully with some dedication and holding on to your dream, you can have a fine mustache as well. I haven't always been a person with a mustache. When I was much younger, I was a baby. And then after that, I was a child, a mustacheless child. Sometimes I don't feel the need to point that out, but it's all true. It's kind of a source of some consternation whenever I think of me at 6 years old, when I could have used a mustache the absolute most, and then, like, just sitting there. I did have this haircut whenever I was younger, though, so that didn't change much. But I often worry when I'm out in public that people are looking at me. But when I have a mustache, I know they're not. All they're looking at is the mustache. They can't even see me. Like, there's a reason why the stereotypical disguise is a mustache and a human nose. And since I already have a human nose, I don't need to wear that too. I can just wear my own nose and this mustache, and no one will ever know who I am underneath it. And I find that very appealing. You know, I find being perceived and witnessed sort of perplexing and bothersome. I know I'm saying that as I'm publicly broadcasting my face and likeness on the internet, but this isn't me either, right? First of all, I'm underneath a mustache and a human nose, as I've already pointed out. I'm not even here. But I recommend it. Some people can't have a mustache or a human nose. Sometimes they're born without one or the other, or they find themselves unable to grow their own human nose later in life, and I find that to be sad. But you can always buy your own mustache or nose. They sell them in the store. Sometimes, so I work at a restaurant, you know, and I'll be like leaving the kitchen to go to the restroom or whatnot and walking through the customer area. And because it's not like a really nice place where they can't see us. and like there'll be like an old man sitting at a table with a mustache, and I'll be walking by, and he'll look at me, and he'll just nod. I mean, I'm old too, right? I'm not a young man anymore. But he'll just look at me, and he'll nod. I'll be like, yes, this old man has no idea what I'm like at all. He doesn't know that I'm gonna go home and plant a bunch of wheat in Minecraft or play Oblivion and talk to myself. He thinks that he and I are the same based on the strength of this mustache connection. It's strong. It's a powerful thing to have a mustache. I go on and on about it, but it is, like symbolically and interpersonally very important. It signifies to the world that I'm the kind of guy who has a mustache. I never thought I would have one. Like 10 years ago, I wouldn't have thought that I would have acquired one. But one day, as you're shaving, sometimes, you make a funny mustache. You'll do a little Dali, or you'll give yourself huge mutton chops. And I gave myself, the big old aviator, like, put the aviator glasses, and now you're a state trooper funny mustache. And I was like, actually, I think I'll keep it. Why shouldn't I keep it? So I went from having, like a beard and stuff to being mustached, and it was sort of funny. So like I just show up to work, out and about in my life, and I'm just acting like I'm still the same guy, and people are like, "You have a mustache." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I always have." It was concealed within a beard, but like the man you see before you always had a mustache. You just couldn't perceive it, right? But now, people have treated me differently ever since that day. Not really. I mean, they do compliment the mustache. No one ever says you have a nice mustache when it's hidden by a beard. You've gotta let it free. But it used to be much larger. I accidentally lost it. I've been talking about the mustache for a super long time. This happens a lot. I have certain interests, books, history, my own mustache, and whenever I get onto the topic of one of them, it can sometimes go on for a really long time. But I figure that's what people come for. Not that anybody... not that there's a lot of people here. I figure that's why everyone's here. For me to ramble a little bit. Clan Fear! Oh, it's just a Clan Fear run. This is the base level one. As you see, it would take me like 10 years to beat it in a fight, but the Skelly will be able to sort it out. This is getting out of control. So, the problem with summons is they can be very distractible. And they're not very quick on their feet, right? I'm doing my part. And at a certain point, we'll like actually start going into Oblivion gates when we pass by him. But right now, I'm just like, whatever, who cares? We're trying to get this thing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's a bear. So a brown bear can kill you in 2 hits, right? So you better not get hit. So it could probably kill the skeleton in the hitter 3. Yep, 3. I mean, they are really raid bosses. They're the heavies of the heavy. But the cold is making them lethargic. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh no! All right. Oh yeah, one more, come on! Oh no, underneath it! Oh yeah, the mighty hunter. Hey Morgus. Thank you. I've just been talking for an extended period of time about my my physical appearance vis-a-vis facial hair, but I appreciate the compliment. Very nice to hear. It's my favorite thing. Every day when I wake up and look at my mustache, I think, no one can see you at all. I mean, it makes some things harder. Like, so you don't appreciate, if you don't have, like, a beard or mustache, how challenging it is to eat, like, a French fry with a sauce upon it in public without, like, having a napkin. Like, you gotta come in underneath the mustache. You tilt your head up like a baby with a spoon and try to get in underneath the whiskers, but it's still worth it, you know. That's the price of beauty. All right, so that's a will-o'-the-wisp. They're immortal. They're not actually. I can't kill them though. They regenerate health. They're the beginning of this stream was me being chased by one for like 1,500 paces and fighting against it, and probably doing like 8 or 10 of its entire health bars of damage over time, but it was still at full health at the end. So we're not going to do that. What we're doing now is showing up at the Shrine of Azura, what this was all supposed to be about. Hey, and the quest for glow dust and all that only took an hour. So we're supposed to bring an offering of glow dust here at dusk. It's kind of dusky. I don't know what the technical hour of dusk is, though.
You have ended up. This is the shrine. If you wish to speak me for an offering, we watch and wait.
Like, where do I leave the offering? Is there a, Okay, yeah, I just click on it. That's like, is there a box? Yes, we will. All right, so time to talk to Our Lady of the Underground.
I have seen your name, traveler, and heard it whispered in twilight. I ask a service which holds promise of fame and reward. Many years ago, 5 followers slew the vampire Daedric and its kin, but all were infected by the foul creature. Knowing their fate, they sealed themselves up in the vampire's lair. Their suffering weighs heavily on me. Travel to the gutted mine. The door will open to you. Bring the piece of death to my followers, and you shall earn my gratitude.
Sure thing, girl. This seems real straightforward and simple for a Daedra. I'm not being ironic. Azura is a good one as far as they go, so there won't necessarily be like an evil twist. Like, if she sends us to go kill some people, she probably just wants us to go kill some people. You know, she already said that they, like, you know, they're either her enemies or they are what she says they are, you know, her followers that need the mercy stroke. So, seems fine. And we'll just get to traveling there. The more I play of stuff that's not the Mages Guild and, like, the arena and this stuff, and, like, man, there's a lot of stuff in this game I just don't remember well at all. Like, I could tell you the Daedra quest lines in Skyrim, but I legitimately don't remember how almost all of them go in this game. So that'll be fun. And Daedra! I have a hunch that my character will become motivated to seek the other Daedra after discovering how cool the artifacts are. I just have a hunch. We're gonna miss 8 times. We're gonna go to Frost here. I mean, why are we running away, right, when we could just go to Frosty mode? Poor Flame Atronach. It's so disconcerting to see them not dissolve into salts and to keep their bones about them, but that's all to the good. All right.
By Eastmere's beard, we've got ourselves a live one.
Yes.
Ha! You'll never take me down.
Okay, so we've got vampirism.
That the best
We just need to not forget about it.
Come to me, sweet flesh.
Yikes! I don't love that. Please don't call me that anymore.
Yeah.
We're almost dead, but I think... Oh, nope. I was like, I think we can tank it and we'll be able to get away with it. Nope, cannot. Well, time to get back to it. All right, one more time with feeling. So, big, tough, bad guys. Do you want to use Angry Daedra? Nope, that won't work. Alright, it's a different... No, it's the same one. Come on. So the Dremora has, like, a lot more hit points than the Brethren. But yeah, you saw that power attack almost popped the whole thing, though. But yeah. The Daedra, it only has half of the duration. Oh no, not another one.
Die, damn you! I find mud crabs more fearsome than you.
So this one's got Chameleon, and that's why it's invisible. Oh no, I gotta run, I gotta run. Alright, they're probably gonna follow me outside, but that'll give me the space to have this fight. And also, I was going to say, and also it'll be daytime, and they're vampires, but it won't be daytime. They are vampires, but it won't be daytime. It'll be Oblivion time. We're going to be on the Dark Rune, the Dark Runed Gods time right now. All right, so I think one guy just got slain. We're going to need to get to our potions, though, here. This is just a monk class one, so they'll just be unarmed. They can still do some decent damage, though. You don't want to... Oh, yeah, there's some decent damage. Like an absolute ton. Alright, there we go. Hey, finally. You know, normally we don't take this stuff, but, you know, I want a slightly better shield. And I like the way this looks better when you run with it. Alright, so that went super well. There's only 5 of them according to the quest. And, you know, we already took care of 2. But yeah, so, you know, just not getting hit, very important. Oh, my gear's all broken. Right. Right, you know, that probably... It doesn't... It's not why they hit so hard. They were still going to hit way too hard, but definitely would have helped. All right. Coffin? Coffin!
Who's there?
Oh, it must have been the wind. Like, how are they going to get upset hearing someone walk around? These are 5 vampires that have been locked in one cave for, like, a while. And they're annoyed because they heard some footsteps. Like, get over yourselves. Ha! Chainmail Greaves! Nice. Got the silly pants with the leather cutout for you to sit on. Chainmail Greaves, the worst looking pants in the game. But hey, they've got they're better. Hey, Grand Soul Gem, not bad at all. We'll just do some grave robbing. Oh no, not a bone. I didn't mean to do that. It'll be okay. Alright, so that's where it'll loop out and let us in. Like there's somewhere, right? Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, I got a feeling they're about to try to strike. Oh yeah, she's got 1,000,000 hit points. Oh, and then that spell is like, it's a drain HP spell, I think. Oh, no. Ah, man. Steel chair. Alright, one more time with feeling. Alright, and so that was... It backtracked on all of my looting of the stuff, which is super lame. We'll just have to go and do that again. And that was the only thing we cared about, right? Or was there... No, there's a Grand Soul Gem. That's right. It's like the sword is just symbolic. It doesn't do any damage at all. But if you don't have a sword, then you can't use a shield, and the shield is very important. I sure hope this is the boss character, because they have 1,000,000 hit points. Whoops. Yeah, at some point I'll be like, I'm not good enough to play this game, but we're gonna see if that point has arrived yet.
You die.
Oh yeah, see, there's the problem, right? Oh no, and now she summoned a ghost. Okay. Well, we might have to come back here some other day and try to beat him. We might just not be able to do this quest. We'll try it a couple more times. Cause yeah, when your enemies heal themselves perpetually, that's really rough. Cause if you can't grind them out because you don't have enough consumables, when they kill your summon in 2 swings. Yeah. Like, what's even going on here? And again, this is not the highest difficulty. This is just the 2nd highest difficulty.
Take that.
But we need to, yeah, we'll just drag her outside too. I guess we'll do this for all of them, because that's what's hot on the streets. We're gonna have to, yeah, well, we'll just have to cheese the whole game. I mean, it's not cheesy to bring an opponent out into a different area to fight them, right? Right? Yeah, she's not even coming out here anyway. That's okay then. Like, there we go. I was like, she's definitely coming out here. She just doesn't know it yet. But now... Okay, so this person, has, expert level destruction magic. They got an enchanted greatsword. They summon things, but fortunately, I'm a low-speed, low-acrobatics character too. But we're about to hit 75 Conjuration, and I'll just go get a different spell. You know, I don't need to use these little crummy skeletons anymore once I get 75. Oh yeah, and they heal. Well, you know, we're gonna... You know, this is truly a formidable opponent. We're going to have earned the Daedric artifact if we ever win these fights. And of course, this is not even the last one. There are 2 more. But since I am dramatically smarter than a computer is, and yet in many ways entirely dumber... Oh yeah, no, it's not only like basically another player, but like stronger than another player could possibly be at this level too. But of course, the one thing it can't do is anticipate how to efficiently path around a big rock. And as long as I'm here, they can't take that away from me. Now, access to more damage, more healing, more everything, yes, but not the ability to run around a rock properly. Of course, my skeleton doesn't have that either. Oh, no! Oh! Almost ended. Alright, there we go. No, not like that. There we go. No! Ah, what a wide swing! Alright, one more time with feeling. Wait, what? Good news, guys. While we were there, it died of a broken heart or something, and now we don't have to worry about it. Maybe my skeleton got it locked. Maybe it bashed its head against the trap repeatedly. Anyway, we're taking the sword. I'm like, are we though? Like, yeah, we're just gonna drop these freaking books. I don't care. It's not fun to carry them anymore. They weigh too much. I don't think we'll need them again. All right. So after that entirely climactic fight with that heavy armored one, there are 2 left. Oh, there we go. Getting bashed in the head. Very nice. Alright, super lost. After looking at the map, no closer to knowing where to go. Alright, so this is that rock wall, but... Oh, I'm like, but how to get it with the pull rope? You gotta pull a little rope. Clearly.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. This is the part.
Alright, well, the problem with this is there are too many of them. Fortunately, we've got a huge amount of space to run away from them in, which we'll use. Oh, a little bit stuck up here, not ideal. Get in between the two of them.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
No, you're supposed to let me leave. Oh, that's a bad miss. Okay. If we keep on going straight and somehow don't die, then that's how we'll get out.
Blood! I need your blood!
Almost took a wrong turn there. That would have been embarrassing. That's not the right word. Fatal. And now we're an expert conjurer. Well, that's good. That's real good. And I think they're still fighting each other inside, which is fine. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we got an enchanted sword. And now our weapon strikes will actually do something, at least as long as we can keep them charged. I've killed all the vampires in the gutted mine, so it looks like that other one that was inside also got popped. Alright, so they've got various kinds of arrows, an absolute ton of arrows. So that person had like 100 arrows. And then this fellow, you know, he fell with the other. Worn faded note. There we go. We're over encumbered. As I was saying, the worn faded note. The worn faded note was written on a scrap of parchment and secured by a piece of rawhide to the vampire's neck. My name is Gola Grosmagul. My companions' names are Aranalda, Nilla Elfdaughter, Evita Cassiana, and Umar Grakar. The vampire Dratic died by our hands, but the price was dear. Those into whose hands we have fallen, we thank you and we pray your favor. We serve Lady Azura. Bring these, our last words, to her shrine, and we praise her with the full fountain of our devotion. Our destinies were written in the stars, that our souls and reason to be slain, and our world lost forever. None can escape her fate, but let us be remembered at her shrine, and in the hearts of her servants. It is only by fate that any life ends, and only by chance that it is mine, not yours. Yes, that problem in a heart attack, indeed. You know, unfortunately, since they were down here in this mine for a long time, any number of medical maladies could have befallen them, and they wouldn't have been able to deal with it, you know. It's hard to get a house call when you're a vampire in a cursed cave. But wanted to run down here to the end because I figured they might have something in a box, perhaps. Maybe. Somewhere. Nope, this is just bracing. Yep, it looks like the prize is the daedric artifact at the end. Makes sense. You know, it was a knockdown drag out with 3 of them, and the other 2, you know, it's all that heavy armor, right? They didn't do enough cardio, and they were just wearing too much. And we threw all of these Mythic Dawn commentaries on the ground because they're too heavy. I stand by that choice. But a fruitful quest for many reasons. Now we've got a nice enchanted sword. The charge will disappear, like, all the time, but we'll find a way to get around that, you know, eventually. Maybe by learning Soul Trap. Maybe with this item that we're about to get from Azura, whatever it could be. Mwahaha. Alright, so, first things first. If you see a will-o'-the-wisp, don't engage. Don't look him in the eye. Alright, there we go.
Thank you, mortal. Their spirits are free, and henceforth above my shrine, 5 bright candles shall burn forever in memory of their sacrifice.
That is nice. I thought the candles were new, but I wasn't sure if I just forgot them.
This token, that your deeds might be entered in the Book of Fate.
Azura, thank me for allowing her followers the peace of death. She awarded me with Azura's star. And as we know, Azura's star is the best thing in the world. What's it do? Well, I'll tell you. Azura's star is a soul gem that doesn't get depleted when you use it. An infinite soul gem. It can't store an infinite amount of souls in it, just one of the largest ones that are around at a time, but it is truly an extraordinary thing. Speaking of extraordinary things, we're gonna do a little, ooh, that one gave resist disease, that's not the same as cure. We're just gonna make some random stuff for a little while to free up a little bit of carry weight, or add to it, and then drop the potions, whichever. Pretty sure I'm doing some of this strong, but it'll be fine. Yeah, this is going great, you know. You just cycle through, and if you don't have a plan, it doesn't matter, and you just stop whenever you see that it goes blue, and then you make some of those. And somehow we end up with even less carry weight than before, even though those are all potions that we made. But I guess, oh, some of them don't, some of them literally don't weigh anything. And some potions that you make yourself only weigh 0.1 rather than 0.5. Okay, well that explains all of it. But we'll be able to sell those for, you know, some amount of money. Not tons, but some. And that'll help. Alright, well. Good stuff. The problem is that I don't want to give this artifact away to Martin to save the world. I don't want to do it, and I'm not gonna do it. So we need to find some more Daedric shrines. Now the best way to do that is just by running across the land, right? So what we want to do is get to Coral. To buy some spells, and we're just gonna do that. We're going to pop into Cheydinhal first to sell off some stuff, question mark? Yes, that's just what we'll do. And to rent a room. I guess technically the mechanics of having Frostcrack Spire would make it appropriate to just travel there and then teleport over. But at that point, you know, you might as well just run, right? And that would deprive me of my favorite thing, which is looking down at a city while you run down a mountain at it, and then eventually get to it. Sounds like a lot of words for a simple concept, but, you know, I'm an English-speaking person, not a German-speaking person. Everyone knows that Germans have the most wonderful compound words. Like Totenangst, you know, the anguish of death. That's all one word for the anguish of death, because of course it is. And that's not even one of the big words, that's just a fun one. There's this book series I like, and one of the characters names his castle that. He, as you might imagine, is a bad guy. Someone is attacking me. Oh, it's an imp. Outrageous. Well, now we don't need to sleep in town. We'll just crash for a few hours here, though. Get a nice little couple of Z's under the character's belt, and then level 13. We'll max endurance soon, which is good. It's good to be very tanky. You see, we've already been here in the past, which is what happened to these people. They were, of course, our foes, and thus always to our enemies, right? Oh, sure. Alright, well that went well. So, interspersed with will-o'-the-wisps that have functionally 8,000 hit points, they give you a rat that's still inexplicably in the countryside, doing his best. Missed the gate. But we got an urn route. Can't be leaving them. Oh, no, 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 it's the will-o'-the-wisp. This is the one I was talking about earlier, guys. Now that I have a better sword, can we win? I don't think so. You see how it's like immortal? Oh no, I made the Dremora mad by hitting him, and now it's trying to kill me. Yeah, I actually think, yeah, no, with the sword, it's no longer immortal. So if I'd been able to kill it, the glow dust is there. But so this sword now, right? So just for perspective, the short sword of cold, it does 5 damage, but it does frost damage on a strike of 10. So actually, it does 3 times as much damage as the sword would do normally. And then those things are also physical immune. So all the damage got to go through. But there we go, no longer immune. But yeah, this will-o'-the-wisp followed me from the Shrine of Azura here. And now we were finally able, with our power spike in gear, to be able to dispatch it. But anyway, that's why I had to go try to find the glow dust in a shop. I couldn't kill it before. But as with everything with regeneration, you just got to find a way to get through the regen. And speaking of, I have porphyric hemophilia, I think. So we are going to run to the altar. Since we're a super good person who never did anything wrong, the gods will banish our afflictions. And because Kennerith was the last way shrine we were at, you can just pop in and then get, 5 minutes of the blessing. which is just a mediocre one. Sorry, Kennereth. Sorry to have to tell the truth about it.
Greetings.
Hi there.
But we're gonna go talk to old Borba, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, I find you underwhelming."
What do you?
And I'll be like, "Yeah, sure,
Let's do
bet,
business.
absolutely, couldn't agree more. I don't really like myself." And then she's like, "Okay, you're not so bad." She just wants people to be down on themselves. That's her whole thing.
That's a good deal. A good bright and fine.
All right, good stuff. Hey, and that took us to 1,100 coins. Not bad at all.
Bye.
We could do some more alchemy here. I think we won't. I'm like, wait, no. Does she not? She doesn't buy, like...
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Like, no, she buys everything. I was just in the wrong thing. Okay, yeah. We're not going to keep these secret arrows. We're not going to keep all of these iron arrows or these steel arrows. We're going to move up to good arrows. We're ditching the dagger.
A great deal there.
Yep, seems fine. All right, yeah, and that gets us way too many mercantile levels. You know, you can level up way too fast by selling things. That was another thing why I wanted to avoid looting too much, because you know, if you level up too much, then it's really hard to kill anything. You can't rely on being good at a game if you're not. But now it's time to travel across the countryside. So we have two principal objectives. One is to see any daedric shrine on the map, like a marker for it, and check it out to see if we can find a daedric artifact that we will be willing to part with, because I'm not getting rid of the star. And also, daedric quests can be fun. Most of the time, they're a little more involved than go to a cave and kill 5 people for me, but sometimes that's what they are. When they're Azuras. No wonder I didn't remember it. In Skyrim, the Azura questline is much more nuanced and complicated, and has a choice involved, but here, of course, the main quest leads you directly to it. Not like I'm going to get rid of it. I'm like, so here, yeah, we'll skirt the roadside. That'll be a better and faster and stronger way to make it to Coral. Is that 2 Nirnroot or the Nirnroot and a reflection of the Nirnroot? The second one, got it. I just love waterfalls and pools of water. They're so nice. I used to, so y'all know, I'm from Arkansas, but my family briefly lived, whenever I was a teenager, in North Carolina. And this place, it's called Transylvania County, which is a really fun name for a county. You know, like people associate it with, you know, like the vampire word or whatever, but it just means, you know, like across the forest sort of thing, you know, Transylvania, Sylvan for trees. And Transylvania County is notable for having like the most waterfalls of all the counties in America, I believe is what they claimed. It might have even been true, but it was a really nice place. It was beautiful in western North Carolina on the Blue Ridge Parkway. But those little random pools of water and stuff remind me of that, because you would just be like hiking in some park, and then you would just see a little waterfall and a little beautiful pool of water that, you know, you could sit next to or whatever. Very, very lovely stuff. And that sort of terrain there. These hills and all of that, this section of the game very much reminds me of like the Blue Ridge Parkway, sort of Appalachian sort of thing. There's another section with much less of the hills and not the waterfalls that reminds me of the Ozarks of home. But Gonna go ahead and pop the well and then keep on running. The beautiful, foggy, rainy day. And just looking around every now and then. I don't really remember where any of the other Daedric shrines are. I mean, I kind of sort of remember where a couple are-ish. But really, if you just run and look around, you'll see one. I just don't think we even picked up one on the route. Oh, no, that's right, yeah. Sanguine there. So we might hit up that one from Coral, which actually seems like a good thing to do. Now, Sanguine, he's he's a real character. I'm like, how best to describe Sanguine? 10 repair hammers? Amazing. Oh, just like a base level skeleton? Yeah, he was never going to be able to stand up to the furious might of my glorious skeleton guardian hero man, whatever his rank is. There's some stuff over there. Is that a, yeah, we got a soul gem. We got more money. Glorious. We're just going to run around the side here, and then, oh, no. That is going to hurt. Oh, not too bad. That's right. So I don't think the fall damage is percentage-based. I believe it's static, right? So in a lot of games, you know, it'll be like, you know, for such a Z-axis fall, you know, you're going to take, you know, this percent of damage. So you fall 40 blocks, you always die or whatever, but I think in Oblivion, it's based on your actual total, so it's like, you know, you just get, you know, based on your acrobatics, you take damage from falling, so even if it's a pretty big fall, and you don't have great acrobatics, if you have a big HP pool, you can get away with it, I think is how it works, but 39 athletics, slowly moving faster and faster. And I need to get a soul trap ability. It'd be better to get one on like a dagger. That's the ideal, right? You get a soul trap on a dagger so that it's light, and then you just carry that around forever. But actually getting the spell would be fine too. It's just nice to be able to forget about. Sorry, I think I tapped the microphone with my hand there. We're just gonna carry on running down the road. I want to say there's some Daedra shrine around here-ish somewhere. We need a bunch more money so that we can light the spell-making altars at Frostcrag Spire. Oh no. Not a good old dog. I'm sorry, dog. But we were enemies. It was necessary. Oh. Fancy Marauder. Yeah, so, like, as soon as the charges got, I'm like, man, that's just what it is, you know. You gotta have an enchanted item to do the damage with the one-handed. That's what it's all about. And, of course, our charge is depleted, but we will, use them up. Yeah, we just need a soul trap spell. Because with Azura's Star, you know, you're set for your soul gem needs, and you can just casually be like, oh right, I'm messed over here. But I don't think we took mysticism for a major, right? Because it wasn't like a priority. But we probably have 25 in it, 21. Okay, yeah. Well, we won't have to work too hard to get up to it. Or is it alteration? I'll just read the description. Yeah, bind souls. There we go, yeah. So I think it's at 25, but that's just 4 levels out, so we can get four mysticism levels without trying too hard. We probably started with 20 and read one book, because I don't think we've been cast in any of it. That tracks with what we would expect, I guess. Elswell is where everyone's invisible? Question mark. I think so. Yeah, we're not bothering with that on this one. You know, we're doing our own thing. A bunch of invisible people is fun, but not, you know. Furthermore, I didn't even notice them. I mean, not my character. I didn't even notice them, so it's fine. We don't need to worry about it. Totally cool. Yeah, I'll probably just hit up Sanguine Shrine unless I notice one on the road. Like, I swore there's one, like, where's the map at? Yeah, there's got to be one right in here, right? Doesn't there? Does there not have to be? Flame Atronax looking very fiery. I'm going to go hit him with my sword. No, I'm going to go hit him with my cold touch. I'm like, hello, Mrs. Girl. Have you considered being slain by the icy hand of death? Get wrecked. She falls in a yoga pose. It's good for the back. I'm like, what? Oh, it's a gigantic troll. A troll we actually can kill because they're so fire weak that our damage is fine. I can't see them though. The smoke and the flames keep me from hitting him. Oh no, he's almost. They regen really quick, but you know, at least we were able to destroy them in glorious single combat. Almost time for another level. We've been getting a lot of levels, but you know, that's what happens when you actually have to get into fights, right? We didn't get a lot of levels at the very start because we were doing a lot of running, but of course the running levels you up too. It's all levels, all the way. Another troll? I think trolls are like 100% weakness to fire, so it's not too tricky to deal with them. We're just gonna, you know, let the Dremora come out to talk his trash. Oh no, not a Spriggan. Oh, okay, this is gonna be serious business now. I need to run. So Spriggans summon, heal, do magic damage, do all the nasty stuff, and I realized that I didn't want to die. That looks like a bandit by the side of the road. We're just gonna leave him by the side of the road. Yep, Spriggan is still on our tail, which means we are still running. Fortunately, we're on our way to Coral anyway, and I didn't particularly want to fight that Spriggan. We could, like, try to close an Oblivion gate, but I've got, you know, we got stuff to do first. Once I get my soul trap set up, then we can start playing the game. Yeah, so that's either a real bear or a summoned bear, but it is hot on the trail. It is in pursuit. It has got its nose to the ground for the quarry, but fortunately I am too fast. And slightly furious, but mainly too fast, and they will not be able to catch me. Also, I'm very clever and know how to jump over logs. I mean, moderately clever. Let's not oversell it. They've got a nice stylish Oblivion gate right outside of town. You never know when you'll need one. So some people think that you should get your own, like from IKEA, and construct it. But I think if you get like a contractor to build an Oblivion gate, it'll go a little better for you, and you won't have to worry about it coming in off-center, which after all is the principal concern whenever you're decorating the outside of a town. What?
What's the matter? Getting tired?
I do not fear death. You are weak, like the god you pray to.
All right, another cultist situation.
Is there
a problem, citizen? You and me just killed a guy in the street. And he doesn't even have a shirt on. I'm taking his key and his book, though. What about you, Glisto? You want some? You want to go, bro? You want it?
Take care.
No? Okay, good. I don't want to fight you anyway. All right, so let's go to this guy's house. This is the second time we've been jumped. I guess the cult members, you know, now that they know who we are, they can't say no. All right, so where's this Joker's house at? Hugo Ballet. Here we go. I was like, I remember from trying to find the other person's house. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk right in. You can't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna... If you're in a cult, I'm gonna break into your house and take your wheat grain and whatever goes with that. Your finest leavened and unleavened bread. You know, you won't be able to stop me. Does this man not even have a bedroom? Okay, here it is. It's upstairs. Very nice. Alright, well, I guess this is my house now, bro. You done messed up. Does he not have anything incriminating here? Like, if I broke in, would I not even be able to tell that he was a bad dude? To be clear, I didn't break in. I had a key. I'm allowed. And here, in average order. Okay, here we go. Here's the good stuff. He's got books falling off the shelves. You'll note that mine are mostly straight up and down. Ooh, a little jewelry box. Nice. So I'm not allowed to get this, but nobody can see me. Oh, it's garbage. Some skulls. Who among us? Who among us does not have some skulls and candles on a table? Hardly incriminating evidence. Oh, a skull on top of a book? Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. That's pretty bad. Hey, Shade Freeze, how's it going? And we get some, yeah, we finally get the rest of our setup for alchemy. We've been walking around with one thing the whole time. I'm going to take the book and sell it. We're going to leave these skulls here, though. I mean, like, come on, man. On top of a book... I mean, think of the bindings. We're going to sell this book before somebody asks where we got it. And I'll be like, beneath a skull? It's not what it sounds like. I was allowed to take it. Because, you know, people can get the wrong impression when you tell them where you got a book at. They're going to think that you're going to be like, the bookstore, but, haha, couldn't be more wrong. But anyway, so that's the second person who's tried to assault us in the streets here.
Hi there.
Like, what's your deal, right? I mean, I know what their deal is. They consider me to be their enemy. And fair enough, whatever. Oh, right, we can go to sleep in his house because no one can stop us. We don't need to go to the inn. Also, it's unlikely that anybody will try to attack us while we're here. What'd you miss? Oh, it was wonderful. We went to the Shrine of Azura. That's where we started. I tried to fight a will-o'-the-wisp. It did not work. We did the Azura quest, which necessitated... Oh, I can't sleep while trespassing, even though the bed is clear. Whatever. I had a key. We'll have to go to the inn. And so we had to fight, like, some vampires. That was really tough. It didn't go great. It didn't go great at all. Two of them had heart attacks. Nobody knows what happened, really. But the other 3, we fought fair and square.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine, Telazma. Remember when I was sleeping in your inn and somebody tried to kill me and you didn't do anything? I remember. But yeah, so we hit to 75 things. So I got the Shrine of Azura thing, got the star, but me personally and my character personally do not wish to give up the Shrine of Azura's reward for some stupid thing like saving the world.
Unfamiliar.
So we're gonna go and try to find a different daedric artifact to sacrifice. The only one I've got on the map is the Shrine of Sanguinius, so we're gonna head in that direction right now. But I don't remember if I can even access it at this level. But we're gonna try that out, and if it doesn't work or they want some item that we can't get, then we'll do something else. Because you needed the glow dust, so I also had to like go on a huge quest around to try to find the glow dust. All right, so let's see. We can't sell the night eye or the sea walking things. Those are our trademark.
And
that's a lot of repair hammers, but I'm sure we'll use them up before too long. All right.
come back. Bye.
I'm like, that's right. We found 10 repair hammers inside of this ruin, which objectively is the best place ever. I don't know what made it go to the front of the list there, but that's nice. Is it sorted by weight still? Maybe that's no. It's A to Z except for these things that are at the top of the list. I mean, I'm for it, but and we're just gonna just make up all of our ingredients real quick, make some more money, because when we go to the Mages Guild, we're gonna need all the money that we can get. Oh no, not Nirnroot! Was I doing that with Nirnroot? No, I think I was just hovered over it. I thought I was wasting my Nirnroot. You know, I actually might need some of these ingredients for Daedric Shrine offerings, so maybe we'll just chill on that for a second. That'd be pretty funny if I had to run back again. But, you know, at least if you go to enough shops, you can find some of the special items that are required. All right, so 136 seems fine. We've got a very limited amount of healing potions, though. We might need to get more of them. No, we'll try to work it out. First, to the Mages Guild. We need to buy a soul trap thing. We might need to buy a mysticism spell to cast at all. I don't even think I have one. Clairvoyance is mysticism, but it doesn't give you anything in terms of stuff. So yeah, we'll need to buy a low-level mysticism spell to spam, or training. But I'm not rich enough to buy a lot of training. But we need to find Agrathar, not you. Not you. Where's my man at?
I'm
Contumeliorius Florius. I want to talk to.
I've heard that he...
I am Alberic.
I don't care about you, Alberic. Where is my guy? Not Engalmo. I can't remember his name, but when I see him, I'll know. Here we are. Athragar.
What can I interest you in?
So Athragar has access to the best things in the game. They are spells like Summon Daedroth. So Daedroth are like real strong. We can also get Spider Daedra and like Wraiths and stuff. So with Wraiths, these are all like, there are a lot of good choices for this. We're gonna get Daedroth because they're like awesome and they look incredibly cool. And then we're gonna get a Summon Skeleton Hero because it lasts for 50 seconds, and that's really good. And then we're going to run out of money. Yeah, so I can't spend the rest of this because we still need a soul trap.
Another Take care.
We're going to chat to the other people here and see if anybody has that for
Can
sale.
I interest you in some of my wares?
Major life detect. Okay, that's to we need yeah, something in mysticism that'll let us level it. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But then also,
Good day.
you recharge things. That's cool.
Take care. Go. Pay attention.
Okay, so this guy does train
Let's do
mysticism.
business. I can show you some new things.
And, well, we can't quite afford the training, but we'll keep him in
Have a
mind
look
to
at
know
my
that we
wares.
could
I'm
level
sure
it up
there's
here.
something to suit you. That's a fair deal. That's more than I'd usually pay. That's more. Come back. Bye.
But now we get to end our friendship with some of these other spells. So now, for the linebacker, a Daedroth, and for the much longer-lived summon spell, a skeleton hero. So if you guys haven't seen a Daedroth,
Hello there.
they look like this.
What's going on with you?
Rumor has it the Nerevarine has left.
Look at it!
Expedition
It's
to
so
Alchemy. He's not been heard
glorious.
from since.
Also, they're just as strong as they look. And me and this Daedroth are going to go places. We are going to absolutely rip the faces off of our foes. It's about to be over for these fools. However, I still need Soul Trap. So before we do anything else, we're going to run to the Imperial City. I'm sure I can find a Soul Trap in one of the spell shops there. And then we will pop on over to
I saw a mud crab a couple of days ago.
the Sanguine area. And this guy is just... he's trying to cast a little spell. He's doing his thing.
Me children.
You know, he's trying. He's trying real hard. But he's not really doing the most right now. I passed by a Soul Trap. Alright, let's go back and get it.
Greetings.
Because, yeah, I knew I couldn't cast it yet. That's fine, you know, but...
How do you do?
Because if we get a Soul Trap, we can just, like, run and make some money real quick and get the Mysticism training. Because it's 4 levels at 200 apiece, you know, you just need 800. It goes up by, like, 10 each, so, I mean, just a trivial amount, like 900 total. So it would be, like, what, 210, 220, 230, 240 for the costs. So easy enough to get up. That guy was selling it, and I just ignored it. Makes sense.
Yes, you too.
Let's do business.
Oh, yeah, Soul Trap. It's right here. It's called Soul Trap. Good eye. Good eye. All right. Well, we need a couple hundred coins, right? That's what we're looking at now. We are quite close to getting what we need. We could... yeah, we'll just... We just need more money, and the best way to do that is to go off somewhere and get into random fights, so that's just what we'll do. But we'll run to Sanguine Shrine while we're doing it, and we might find a thing along the road and get into a brawl with an enemy.
Well met.
Have you heard
Because it'll be simpler to just make, 1,000 coins and then go buy the mysticism levels than it will be to worry about going and finding the mysticism spell and then clicking the trigger 9 times. Or 15. Whichever. We do have a level up. We'll try to take that with... We'll come across something where we can sleep. I mean, we could have went to the Priory, I guess, is right there, but we'll just go somewhere else. It's fine. We're level 13 right now, so we're almost 14, or we're 14 going 15. We're about to hit another breakpoint anyway for the enemies that we see, so it's very good that we got our strong summon spells when we did. The So the leather, it's subtle, but you can see it getting slightly wetter with the effect too, and like glistening more in the rain and being more reflective. The leather cuirass, the way that it reacts to like the snow and rain, it's subtle, but I really like it. With the snow, it feathers on there and gets you like these beautiful little crystalline patterns. It's really quite nice. So this wolf's going to try to fight, but now he has a bigger problem. So the Daedroth, you know, hits him in two, gets it done. And, you know, he's no shrinking violet, you know. He's a big old boy. He runs fast when he sees a foe. This is what being a summoner is all about. Oh, and then he croaks. You know, you can't live forever. He can only live for 30 seconds, but it's a good 30 seconds. We hit athletics 40, harder, better, faster, stronger. And like I don't remember what Sanguine's artifact is in this game. There are a ton of Daedra quests that I like did like maybe once or twice and then just like didn't care about. Like when I tell y'all that I used to spend more than half of all of my gameplay just sitting in one house in the Imperial Waterfront leveling up so that I could have a character with perfect stats and then making another one right after, that's literally how I played the game. That to me was really living. Save me, Daedroth! And they do just as much damage as they look like they would do. But of course, once I have my enchanted sword and, you know, we get our setup, then it'll be easier to keep pace a little bit with the damage of my wonderful little dinosaur boy. Oh, he's so strong and cute. Oh, he's so powerful and adorable. I love him. Alright, so there's a box here and it's empty. I can't open it without the blessing.
It all feels good. It's all fun. Why not?
So Sanguinius is he's a trickster, right? It's,
I joined for the parties and stayed for the parties.
Exactly.
Why would I go back to work?
Sanguinius is sort of like a Dionysian figure, a god of wine and revelry, a god of playing some pranks on you. And I don't know what offering requires. Who's the priest? This guy's the priest. You'll tell me what he requires.
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine? It is a place of celebration for us. We dance, we make love. Would you speak with Sanguine?
I will.
Approach then, and bring Sanguine a gift. Some Cyrodiilic brandy is an appropriate gift for your host.
I'm like, that's right. You gotta have a thing for him. Well, I don't have that, so if we find some, then we'll be able to come back. But we're gonna have to, you know, we're gonna try to find a different Daedric shrine. How about we go this way? I bet we could find one if we just run this way somewhere. Also, we're gonna need some money for mysticism training, and if we find a random ruin or whatever, we'll pop in there and see what we can acquire. Black Bear? Black Bear! Our skeleton hero will make short work of you. And of course, you could theoretically sell a bear hide, but it weighs 8 and sells for only 30, and I do not consider that worth even looking at. You know, you fight bears for the love of the game and for the glory of the hunt. Not to achieve your goals. You know, we could just do an Oblivion gate if we needed money, I guess. I guess we could do that. I would like to sleep first, though. Well, there's Goblin Jim's cave. Sounds like there will be a bed in there. So let's go try to acquire a bed there. No, I don't want to do an Oblivion gate for money. I want to go back in time and just have more money. Little flurry there, hit us hard. But now that the Skeleton Hero's out, I don't, like, yeah, like, it's got, yeah, it can live through a bunch of hits. It's probably not as tanky as the Daedra, but it does last for 50 seconds, and that's good. So we're going to go to Goblin Jim's cave. We're going to figure out if it's actually a guy named Jim, or if it's a guy named Goblin. It could be either one. Inquiring minds want to know, and I am the one to find out. Is my gear broken? Probably. The low-level, like, leather stuff, it just breaks in no time at all. But the trap almost got us, but I heard the sound of the trap and managed to get away in time. Now, the thing about goblins is that they're trash and all their loot is trash, but sometimes they do have places to sleep. Is this all there is here in the cave, though? Is this a little... I'm like, is this all there is in Goblin Jim's cave? No, it appears there's something else somewhere else. Goblin Jim's White Skin City. Alright, so we're in the White Skin Goblin Clan's place, apparently. Now, a Daedra, sometimes you can't summon it in a cave because he's got a big old head and he can't run around, he gets stuck. But if you can summon him, you know, he gets the job done. That sort of looked like it should have been a trap. Alright, so Goblin Jim's cave. We're going to keep on going this way, though. Here we go. Multiple goblins. They aren't ready for this. It's like, if I'm just watching... Yeah, like, it would take them a year to kill a Daedroth, man. No, the Daedroth would definitely time out first. He's got so much killing ability. He's so punchy. He's so brave and strong. And I'm out here doing like 1/20th of his DPS. Cyrodiilic Brandy? No. Cheap wine. It was not to be. Hey, a mithril shield. Beautiful. My favorite shield in the game, as far as I know. It's real pretty. It makes you look like a hero. Also, it's small and slim, so when you're running, it doesn't cut a funny picture in the third person, like some other stuff does. Yes, it occurs to me that on my quest for money, also, ingredients would help. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of them in here, probably. At least a couple. We don't want to fall down. That sounded like a trap. Keep on running. Like, oh, you're a berserker? Cool, I'm a Daedroth. Nice to meet you, bro. Oh, yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, you roar at him, Daedroth boy. Never should have come here. Oh, it's a leader. Oh, it's the war chief. The war chief of their whole clan. Well, he's in for a rude surprise. As soon as my Daedroth connects. There we go, a nice block. Oh yeah, never should have come here. For a war chief, he didn't have anything decent on him. But what's in the cupboard? 2 yarns. Okay, underwhelming. I've just got to admit, I thought it was going to be a little better than that. What? Oh, I thought he was going to jump down there on him. I was about to just, like, really, really be impressed. Alright, so we go down there just for more action, and then yeah. Plenty of lockpicks, at least. Shears? Why would you have shears in there? But you know, the RPG player in me just can't not open some boxes. After all, what if there are like rings in them? What if there are aspects of unusual power and I could access them by looking into the box? Best thing of being a summoner is that sometimes your enemies just wake up dead and you're like, hey, what happened to that goblin? I didn't even know they were there. And your Daedroth is just sitting there like, pet me on my big alligator face. Tell me I'm a good alligator. And you're like, you're the best alligator. Every alligator wants to be like you. You're a good Daedroth. And he's like, yeah, I know. And then he disappears into a puff of conjuration. It was all a dream. But, you know, that's the sad thing about being a conjurer. Your imaginary friends can't stay forever. Even with a very high skill level. Alright, there was a door down there. Do we want to go to it? I mean, yes. Yes, I do. I don't want to go through all the effort of knocking on the door of Goblin Jim's pantry and then not going inside. Also, I don't think we found a chest that's good enough to explain why we're here yet. So, you want to go, bro? You want to fight my buddy? He's my posse. And, you know, decent. A little bit of free money, a little bit of rats just hanging around. Are they friendly? Okay, I'm a monster. They apparently were tamed rats. Alright, well. That's that and that. No Cyrodiilic brandy there.
Who's there?
Hey, Goblin Jim, it's me. What's up? Why are you so friendly with these goblins, bro? What's going on back at home? You want to talk about how you became called Goblin Jim, or did you always know you wanted to be? Sorry about your rats, by the way. I didn't know they were bros. We're not gonna hurt this last one. Oh my god, he just has them sitting here by the roasting ones, and look at him. Look at this good little boy. Look at this little guy. Look at this cute, adorable little rat. I wish I had a charm spell. I would pet him right on the face. And I helped. Yeah, so like right here, he's too beefy of a big old boy to get through the wall, and that's the problem with the Daedroth. I love him. He's a good boy, but you know, sometimes he's just a little bit too beefy to get through a doorway, and you know, that's why you got to have a skeleton hero in the back pocket. without enough mana to summon them. There we go. The expert level conjuration spells do take a lot of mana. And this dude, man, they really give the skirmishers a lot of arrows, but I guess they actually do use the arrows physically to do it, and if they run out, they wouldn't have them, so they give them like 100, which is fine, you know, great. Alright, so looks like we're gonna lay down and level up here. Looks like a nice safe place to take a little nap. We have ascended to level 14. Max endurance, 90 willpower, so really soon we'll be able to actually get some strength points. We've been avoiding luck just because I didn't want to do that. Luck is very good, but I wanted to do a character that wasn't focusing on spending my points in luck to, you know, get stronger quicker rather than take advantage of interesting interactions in the mid and late game. Alright, so I'm like, is that it? Where was the person who said who's there? Here we go. Whoops. I'm trying to summon my heavy hitter. Stop punching me. Alright, there we go. It's like, I dare you. I dare you to turn my back on my man. Never should have come here. I think he can, like, breathe fire, too, which he only does for special occasions. Oh, no. Goblin Jim! I didn't know I would run into you. Oh no. Okay, gotta back up. Joking aside, I am out of room here. Where did the skeleton go? Where did my summon go? All right, I don't know. I summoned the thing and maybe went through the wall or whatever. That's pretty bad. We'll be fine. I don't think I have any healing potions unless I've grabbed some along the way. Yeah, that is the case. We'll probably be fine. Yeah, we got some space here now. Skeleton hero, not the Daedroth, because he's got a much longer summon time. Is that his Daedroth? No, that's mine. I accidentally didn't swap it over in time. Got it. I'm like, if he summoned a Daedroth, we are out of here. I am not about that life. He's breathing the fire. He's getting it done. There we go. Boom! Take him out.
Take that.
All right, Goblin Jim. You know, we'll take his sword. He doesn't have anything on him that explains how he became Goblin Jim. But I think just the fact that he's around the goblins is supposed to explain most of it. Hit him! No, hit him with the axe! Yeah, there we go. You know, the skeleton isn't such a good boy as the Daedroth is. You know, you gotta spell it out a little bit sometimes. Don't talk to me or my son ever again! Get wrecked! Please hit him. There we go! The Daedroth with the steel chair. What a champion! What a gentleman! What an over-encumbered situation to find myself in. All right, so that went super well. We got another level. And we should definitely have enough money after we leave here between the various stuff to be able to get the mysticism levels in order to get Soul Trap. And then we'll be off to the races, because once you get Soul Trap, you know, then I can get this sword and actually deliver some value out of it. Speaking of delivering value, we need to go up there, because that's where all of that craziness was. That's where Goblin Gem lived. And maybe, you know, maybe he kept a journal. I honestly don't remember anything about this fellow. But my interest is piqued. Like, first of all, goblins don't always hang out with folk, you know. They sometimes just try to hit them. Alright, did I summon him on the roof of this place? Yeah, I think it bugged the summon earlier through the top of the wall. And this goblin really out of its own power zone. But, you know, he is used to fighting with a bunch more friends, I think. Alright, so carrots, human bones, corn, bread. Had a fork. And this is just a story of, like, how the world was made. A children's annuad, you know, so like a little kid's first explanation of the universe's order. Well, yeah, I guess that's all the explanation we're gonna get. A single gold piece on the counter. But we'll crash for a bit and level up. Finally, being able to run slightly faster. All right, so is there an exit over this way? No, we gotta go the long way out. Of course, with clairvoyance, if you know exactly how to get out of an Oblivion dungeon, it doesn't take, you know, 10 years. But man, oh man, can it feel like you don't know how to do anything when you're trying to. Like, have we even... No, that's right. We didn't even go into this one, did we? No, because we went through it the other way around, right? Right? Yep. So Goblin Gem's cave is not remotely done yet. We still got to experience more. Oh, there are a ton of them. That's way too many. That's way too many. Alright, there we go. Now they're more manageable. Breathe some fire on them. Hit them with your sticks. And this guy will kill me if he gets through, but he won't get through. He won't get through. My Daedra is a hero. Alright, so there you go. Very nice. Clean, elegant, graceful. And And I have precious little carry weight to spare. Aha! An alchemy lab! I don't know if that makes anything make sense, but an alchemy lab! I knew I should have walked into this door. Since we need money. All right, so still no closer to knowing what's going on with, you know, this zone, but that's fine. You don't need to know. All right, so we're 17 over on weight. Clean. And is that, like, nope, we still got more to do. Man, this place is huge. There's so much going on here. If later on I have a quest that's supposed to take me through all of this, and I just don't know the context. But hey, you know, we were exploring because we needed a little bit of money and Cyrodiilic brandy. Which, again, I don't know where to find it. I should remember everything. That's the lie I tell people. I'm like, yeah, of course I remember all the stuff that ever has been. I was born, I grew up, you know, I know where to find Cyrodiilic brandy, but it's not true. I don't know where to find it. We'll get it eventually. A different person would use the internet about it, but that's not really how I like to live my life. And there we go. Out of Goblin Jim's cave, right back next to this beautiful, nice Oblivion gate. Don't pay attention to the red tint of the sky. That's just all the skies are colored that way now. All right, so we're going back to Quarrel, although we're just going to because I know for a fact that there's a mysticism trainer here because we just spoke to them, right? And so that makes it a better choice than going to Skingred, which might have a mysticism trainer. I don't know. And then we'll be in Soul Trap City. Then we'll be able to start playing the game. Nah, there's still a whole bunch of introductory nonsense first. No, I've been playing the game for some time, just not very well. Haha! And of course, good old Hackdirt's over here. We're just going to avoid it, because I don't want to make it my business. I'm sure it's a relatively okay place. I really thought we could make that jump. I'm a pathetic athlete. Athletic person? Athlete. Pathetic athlete. Pathetic acrobat. Insufficient jumper. Oh no. Alright, those leaves are too heavy. Well, we're gonna... You can't make a potion if you're over encumbered. Either that or because I'm in battle. Probably because of that. I don't see the enemies. We're just going to keep on running. If you ignore your foes, they aren't real. You can always outrun your imaginary enemies, and often outrun your real enemies. It's not that important to know which is which. Oh, you cannot create potions with enemies nearby. Well, that sorts that out. You know, I don't know if I've seen that notice very often. I don't think it would often occur to me to try. So we're super low on restoration items. That's the only big problem that we've got here. But now that we're getting our soul trap thing going on, we'll be in a better offensive space. And of course, if we ever find a better sword, it'll be much better offensive space. Nermis the Mooch. Yeah, sure. Take it. Whatever. Take it all. Sure you need money more than I do. Not like I work for a living or anything. The Mooch.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff she won't buy.
Come back. Be seeing you.
I often, like, you get to a point where your mercantile is fine and, like, people will just buy stuff. You forget, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta go to, like, 8 different shopkeepers. Get rid of this. But sometimes you'll find one who's like a true general store. Like a fence. And then sometimes you're like, where's the blacksmith in this town? Is it to the right? Is it over here, right? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah!
Hello. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. An excellent bargain. Thank you. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. You too.
Alrighty. Now to the Mages Guild, and finally at level 15, we'll be able to cast Soul Trap. Where will we put it on there? You know, I'm tempted to just... Yeah, I think that's the right move to do. So if we just assume that we'll only use a bow for specific circumstances, we can take it off of the hotbar.
What exactly do you require?
And then we can also take the sword off of it, and that will give us 2 more slots.
Hi there.
I think that's what we'll do.
Hi there.
Yeah.
How
goes
it?
Just not having
Fantastic.
stable
Yeah.
was
Good
now
day.
over to protect
Bye.
your horse. What? Take
Hello.
care.
What do you want? Let's see if we can't teach you. Bye.
Like, who trains mysticism here? Is it you, Angalmo?
There's
Yeah.
much I can show you.
We are now an apprentice of mysticism.
Let's do
like a
business.
boss. Probably should have made something out of the rat meat rather than selling it, but hey, what are you gonna do? You can't go back in time, or so it's been explained to me.
Farewell.
Yeah, I don't actually think we need the last one for anything at the moment, so we will just put the dragon skin there, and then, yeah, because we'll need to get different things, but we just don't have the skills to put on there yet. So there we go. Soul Trap acquired. I'm not a member of the guild. I'm not walking around in here. I just wanted to do some business and get out.
Good morning.
It's you. Hi.
Do you ever...
All right, now we can do anything. But we need to find a Daedric shrine that we can access, and then that gives us an item that we don't care about, so that we can do the main quest with it. In that order. It's not suitable any other way. But we need Cyrodiilic Brandy, which I'm sure we find somewhere. Maybe we could try to go to like a vineyard and buy it. Maybe we could buy it somewhere in the Imperial City. You know, that all sounds possible. But I'm just gonna run like up there and see if we can see anything weird along the way. I feel like running up there is a good place to be running. Need to change the title of this. All right. More appropriate title is more appropriate. This troll, which you can tell is very clearly based off of a gorilla model. Alright, there we go. So, bam, soul trap. All there is to it. Only we trapped it in one of these other souls. Yeah, we're just gonna, you know, run around, absorb the countryside, try to find a Daedric shrine. There's probably one this way somewhere, and if not, whenever we get up into a weird point of the mountains, we'll just turn down to the Imperial City and see if we can see anything else that way, and maybe stop off at a couple shops there, see if we can find that brandy for Sanguinius. Fighting on an incline is terrible for summons because they're not really good at closing the distance. At least the skeletons, because the skeletons are like real lazy bones, right? They don't like to. Well, too late. You can soul trap your own summons. At least you used to be able to. It's likely that you still can, but if I were gonna do that, I would have to be able to beat them in a fight, and I can't. I need my summon to win the fight, so I can't soul trap them. Very cool. You can see the Oblivion gate burning there on the outskirts of the town. Oh no, a mountain lion! I should have paid attention to the music, huh? Lion pelt weighs 5. There's no reason for me to have picked that up. Cool little ruined rock wall up there. Doesn't look like it has a marker for it. Oh no, there's the marker. Sancrator. Sounds fancy. Sounds like I should remember it, but I don't. Oh yeah, it's massive. It's a huge complex, isn't it? I've definitely been here before, like, you know, walking through it on my way from somewhere to somewhere else. Oh. You know, I don't actually know if my my skeleton can fight against these nether liches. Yeah, frost damage resisted, so okay, yeah, the skelly does hurt him. Not a lot though. Oh no, I'm in for it. We're about to die. Okay, so Daedra mightily destroys the Netherlich. And we get a Staff of Frost. Is this like a good staff? I think it's a good one. 40 damage on target? Oh yeah, it's a good one, alright. And that can be what we put there. But no, if we do that, then the sword will go off. Yeah, we'll just... Yeah, because staffs for special occasions? Because otherwise we just need a staff on there and then a sword, and then where's the soul trap go, right? Where the light is? No, no. And the Daedroth is ready. He's not having that. You gonna shoot me? That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna shoot me? Oh no! He shot me! I thought we were dodging it. Alas. Well, there goes all of that. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? I said. Well, there goes all of that. So in conclusion, we know there's not a Daedric shrine up that way. Yep, we'll just head to the Imperial City and see if we can get some brandy. I should have just kept the shield up. I was trying to dance around the side of the pillar to heal, but should have just kept the shield up. That is what you get, though. That is what you get for being bad. You get shot in the face by a skeleton. I mean, not always. It's not like a dead certainty that it's going to happen to you in the event of being bad, but, you know, a few times makes it a little suspicious. You gotta feel like things aren't going to go great for you. If after the first few times of getting shot in the face, you don't get any better at it. I'm just going to pick some crops here. Nothing like a little, we'll do some alchemy at your expense plan. A nice Oblivion gate. You know what? Let's, why not? Why not go in? Sure, we're trying to do the Daedric thing, and sure, that's literally not what the title of the thing says, but why not go in? We're gonna save it first. The last time I went into one of these, something bad happened. Not like dying. We got stuck inside of a rock whenever we left. It was a whole thing. Alright, so... the Sorrow Keep and the Anguish Keep. Well, let's go to Anguish first and see what happens. Because Anguish should come before Sorrow, right? Oh no. That is a Frost Daedra. Fortunately, I have come prepared. Oh no, I'm not prepared at all. My Daedra cannot stand up to it. Alright, we're gonna have to leave this door. My Daedroth is not smart enough to fight who he's supposed to fight. He's splitting the DPS. Look at him running with his big old hands and his tiny little feet. Here we go, and now we are 50 destruction. All right. This is like a proper clan fear. They're not nothing. They just look like a little short, but they're pretty tough boys. As you see, they can tank 3 hits from a Daedroth, so they're very, very hardy. Many lesser creatures can only do 2. And it's a common soul gem. No, it's probably a petty soul, but. And of course, we do have the Staff of Lightning, but you can't block when you have a staff out. I don't think you can anyway. Yeah, and you get a couple of Clan Fear Claws, and then you can make a Resist Disease potion. Hall of Eternal Twilight. Yeah, why not? Let's just be in Twilight forever. Whoop, no. Alright. Just a couple of disastrous traps, and we dodged them. By saying no several times, we protected ourselves. Citadel door is hard. Well, fortunately, I have learned how to lockpick. First, you get a lot of lockpicks. Second, you break one of them carelessly. There we go. Hey, buddy. What's up? There's no soul gem large enough to capture it. What? I sure thought Azura's star was a soul gem. Alright, there we go. 15 frost damage on the bow. Seems awesome. We can go ahead and drop our storm bow, which did only 8. And, we'll probably... Or actually, no, we'll probably hold on to that because it'll sell for a lot. Maybe the Daedra proper Like the Dremora ones have to have the fancy soul gems, the like black souls, 'cause they're like eviler. Ah, well, that was bad timing. Didn't work. Well, at least the you know, it's not all the scariest things yet. Oh, no, 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 I almost fell. That would not have been perfect. Alright, there we go. Now it's finally going into the star. So you just, you know, once you're finally good there, you can just, you know, anytime you need, bam, you throw your soul in, and then you're good to go again. No, don't get mad. You can hit your summon a couple of times, like one couple, before they get mad at you, but then they'll turn around, and my Daedroth can almost certainly pop me in a hit. He never would do that, because he's a good old boy. He's the best old Daedroth. But he could. And we're going to try to not have him do that. Fascinating. Truly fascinating stuff. Whoops. Sorry, Daedroth, I didn't mean it. He's giving me that look. Like, you what? You what now? Some nice Oblivion stained glass. You know, they really do know how to decorate. You gotta hand that to them. BRB. All right. Back to the grind. Door to the Anguish Keep? Yes. He is really running. See, that's the thing about the skeleton summons is they don't sprint. You know, they don't want to brawl. They just, you know, they'll fight what's in front of them. But your Daedroth, I mean, he's the linebacker. He is ready to roll. He's the champion. Like there's got to be something going on in here. Where's the something? Oh, they're above the level, and my Daedroth is already just like so mad about it. Like, I cannot believe they are hiding from me. A scamp? A scamp? Like, 2 scamps? Like, are you kidding? Even I can kill a scamp by myself. It's because I have the enchanted sword. Otherwise, they would still have, like, 80% HP. Lock 1 of 2 has been released. So that's like 1 lock, and then you got to go into the other tower. Which this might connect to it. Yeah. And then your creepy little thing goes. And I think it starts as like at the top of this one, and we just like fight our way up also, so it's like you have like the 2 different choices of tower. And then there's like a teleporting thing or something.
Whoa.
Like, do you go on this thing and it... No? No. Alright, well, good news is I don't remember what to do anymore. But the second lock has been released, so that's something. Maybe there's another bridge that will become apparent. It's been ages since I did this. Oh, right, because it goes that way. Yeah, clean. I said to myself, self, remember your training. That was a good jump. That was a good jump. But now we're here at the end of it. Or nearly the end of it, rather. And this old scamp, you know, it's funny when you're on expert, by the time you get to level 15, you finally feel able to fight the enemies you would fight at the very beginning of the game. I'm like, is it not over yet? No, of course it's not over yet. We've got to get to the top of the tower. like, I bet I can just skip all of them, right? I bet I can just run past them. Because if we run fast, they won't even know where we are, right? They're dumb. There's a bunch of chump demons. The guy we want is here. Can I just grab this now? Yeah. Boom. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're trying to catch me? Oh, you're trying to catch me, guys? You're trying to run me down? Oh, you want to have a brawl? Well, to that I say, fight my Daedroth. Hey, should you say you're back? You went back to see the Azura quest and the mustache topic for a long time. Oh yeah, you know, I can go on and on. But hey, we closed an Oblivion gate. And this is the first one that I've closed like properly that wasn't like the Kvatch one in this this iteration of Oblivion. So feels nice. Hey, and look at it, it's gone. We've got a sigil stone. This one fortifies blade, or yeah, by 10 theoretically if we put it on something, so it would make us better at fighting. So that's pretty cool. Or, you know, like on the shield, be cool. But anyway, yeah, that's awesome. I'm having the best time, and there are 45 people here, which is nuts. But unfortunately, I've got to go. I need to run an errand, very important stuff. So I'm going to throw the Daedroth up here. I think a Daedroth can fight a Spriggan. 95 Conjuration now, sick. There we go. He's a good Daedroth. But, yeah, we need to get somewhere to get to a safe. But, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. Higher view count than I'm used to. But maybe YouTube is just doing it to play a little prank. But having a great time. I will be back on later on today to stream. Probably Oblivion, maybe something else, though. But it's my day off, so got nothing but excellent time for the future. But apparently we can't wait here because there's enemies nearby, but I really must get to what I need to do. So yeah, that's all I've got for you right now, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good day. Bye, Natasha. Bye, Shadefreeze. Bye, the 40 other people that are apparently in this stream. Normally I would keep on keeping on, but I've got to get on out of here. So see you guys later.